Ring my bell. This song, wait, I gotta change this. It reminds me of mom too much. Nah, let's see what we got here. Oh, Return of the Mac. Hey, I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to come in. What's up, Mike Miguel? Oh, it's my Mother's Day balloon. Hi, everyone. I guess we'll get busy in a second. I'm gonna have to lower this, but I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I love this song. And if you all can hear me, just let me know. Don't lie to me. I love you. Yes, I try. You lie to me. This is a joint. I don't know how you guys are not loving this right now. This is my shit. As I cry, return of the Mac. Hey, return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Let me share this a little bit. I'm gonna just share it to my group and another group, and that's it. And then we'll get our live stream going. Right? This is my shit. Hey. Oh yeah, we doing the work. We about to get busy here, boy. You lie to me. Lie to me. Nah, where are we gonna share this? We'll share it in 2 groups. My group. If you guys are not in my group, you should request to be in it. I do return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Probably after this song. This is my shit. I haven't heard this shit in mad long. Hey. We'll start to get busy. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Hey. My little star group. My brother group, really. My brother group. All right, y'all. I'll probably lower this in a second and get busy because enough of y'all are in here. Then we can start talking about getting some magical work done. Chief. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. What up, everyone? Woo! This shit is long as fuck, too, this song. Why the old songs was long as fuck? You know, like, hey, we got Earth, Wind, and Fire now. Let's see what else. Nah, it's gonna have to go. Oh, yeah, this one's good. All right, y'all. I love this song. Okay. We're gonna stop. I'm gonna stop being random here with my shit because I'm really on a vibe. Just tuning in. Package. Oh, nice. Joss. Yeah, you know what? Someone actually gave me my first thing. Oh, yeah, I'm on a vibe right now. Girl, I'm on a vibe. So, let me lower this because I'm going to get distracted. That's like how I am. I'll get all distracted and shit, and then I'll be like, fuck what we got to talk about. I'm going to sit here and just listen to some music. I know, girl. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like, stop playing with me. So, how many of you have been doing the work? Let's talk about that. Y'all know I've been wearing this hat like every day since I bought it. I'm gonna have to get me like 3 more hats, so every time I'm live, I'm not wearing the same joint. I just love it. It's comfortable, looks good with everything. I'm happy. And I got these my Dragon Oracle cards, which are really good for, the Dragon Oracle cards are really good for more of a universal cosmic reading. So we'll get into that towards middle end, because I want to read on some of the energies that are coming to the planet right now so that we can all be prepared for them as they come in. Now, one thing a lot of you all are not recognizing is that your DNA, because you got DNA from both your parents, so your DNA could be assisting in some of your money issues. And so that's what we're going to talk about. Thanks. Oh, next time I'm going to come with we're going to listen to some, I don't know, some other shit. But I was like, I'm feeling this today. So, this is hard. Anyway, let me get focused. Let me pause this. As much as I love it, I can't focus if music is on. I'll just want to have fun. So one thing a lot of people are not recognizing right now is that your DNA, as you start to activate it and bring light to it, once you really go on your healing journey and first clear out a lot of the things that are blocking you personally in this life, you may start to tap into past lives and block and clear things from past lives. You may start to tap into either your mother or your father's DNA and clear things that were generational. So I mean, this is why it's so important to stay on top of your healing work consistently. So if you need any advice, if you need some direction or whatever, you guys already know what I do. You know, I do my consultations, my intuitive readings, my tarot oracle card readings. So all these things are tools that'll help you start to uncover and unlock some of the blockages that you're having in your own DNA. So this is why it's so important to do this healing work consistently. It is a never-ending process, and you want to also be clearing your aura consistently and clearing your you're going to want to be clearing your aura a lot and releasing attachments all the time, because somebody could be trying to form a cord with you even if they never slept with you. They could have saw your picture online and thought about you, and then that would form like a cord with you. So you constantly want to be clearing that, especially when you decide to get on camera like I do and actually talk. Some days, if you're not vibrating high, can be very you'll feel very depleted. So to combat that, you have to constantly be doing the healing work, constantly be clearing your aura. And also another thing is, if I'm not healed, I can't help anybody with their healing. So that makes a huge difference. So some of the things we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about ancestor money. Ancestor money is really important because it allows you to pay off karmic debts. And this is a concept that I was introduced to recently. I really never thought about it this way. And I was speaking with a friend of mine, and they had introduced me to the concept, and I was like, that's really interesting. And the whole thing is that a lot of times what happens with karmic debts is that you and your family and your DNA, you may have karmic debts in your DNA. And those karmic debts that are in your DNA from your family, from handing down this poverty mindset, from generational curses. And generational curses are curses your family put on themselves. It's not necessarily you, it's them, but you are still an aspect of them, even if you don't like your family. And if you don't know one of your parents or whatever, you can still tap into that DNA. Felt like I needed that breath. Two is even better than one. So you can still tap into that DNA. And what you want to do is well, today what I did, I'll share with you all my methodology. Today what I did was I went into meditation. First, I wrote on my ancestor money that this money is to clear ancestral debts for, so half of it I did, most of it I did that on ancestral debts for ancestors known and unknown. And then I put I say, and I signed my name on that. And then some of the money I took and I actually used it to draw in abundance. So then I went outside, I burned it, and then I have a special little elixir I made, and I cleared it, and then I put the ashes. I cleaned out what I used, and I put the ashes on the earth. But because this low vibrational energy is attached to it, I asked that Gaia accept it, and that this wouldn't. That's why I put that elixir. I mixed it in so that it wouldn't hurt the earth, because that's a low vibrational energy you're clearing. So you have to think about how it's affecting the vibration of the land around you, even. You know what I mean? I know that's not something that we all think about, but some of this work can't give him an empty cup. Some of this work, hey, cuz, is debt. Okay, so true. Many times the karmic debt is even traceable. So imagine the unknown debt with ancestors. Yeah, that's Joss B just made a valid point. You don't know, like you don't know. And I always wondered why. See, I was having some blockages as I'm doing the healing and doing the clearing. I was noticing, because money comes in an ebb and flow. So when it's coming in, you know, on the down periods, you start to do work to build up what's coming to you. And then you should always have a reserve. So if you're noticing that your reserve is slipping, or that it's a little less than normal, then you may have an ancestral blockage. And that's something that you want to be very aware of. It's something that I had to be very aware of, because I was like, this isn't normal. This is not what should be happening. And even though I spoke to people about it, you know, people that are on the same level that I'm at, and they're like, no, that's just the way money works. It's an ebb and flow. Like, you're going to have up and down periods. And I'm like, I understand that, but your down period shouldn't be like you have nothing coming in. You know what I mean? Or it shouldn't be so low that you're like, it just wasn't making sense to me. So as I'm searching, so once you put out the question, the universe, your higher self, your ancestors, trust me, the answers always come once you put out the question. So I just started to put out the question like, this is interesting. Because when I first really started working with manifestation and that mentality, very successful. I've been very successful on that path. I would literally wake up in the morning, think about what I wanted to make that day, and make it. So the whole thing is that there's a couple different ways to manifest that makes things easier. You want to create multiple streams of income is one thing. You also want to come to a space that you understand the ebb and flow. And then when you're on an ebb, or when the money's going out, and it's more of a resting period, you want to take time to build up what's going to be coming in, and then that's how you're going to make your money grow. But you should always have a reservoir. And if you notice that your reservoir is low, or that you're having things that would come from a poverty consciousness pop up, even though you're doing the work to clear the poverty consciousness in yourself, then you may have an issue with ancestral DNA that is still vibrating on that poverty consciousness. We have to remember that all these things are inside of us. So if all these things are inside of us, that's something that you're going to want to look into, and you're going to want to definitely clear. Now, the ancestor money is used to pay, you can be used to pay karmic debts. And once I was put onto this concept, I forgot which one of my friends put me onto it, but somebody had told me about what they were doing with their ancestor money. I was like, yo, let me try that out and see how it works for me, because I never thought to do it that way. And see, that's the beauty of so many people getting creative in their magic now, is that now we can share all these different ideas and concepts and consciousness and methodologies, and it makes us all better because we have all this new information coming out. So ashe to you, my dear friend. Thank you for helping me with this, and I am putting the message out there for anybody else that needs help with this as well. So what I did first was I wrote on the ancestor money to pay off the karmic debts, and then I also used some of the money to to bring in abundance, to tap into my abundant side of my DNA. Because half of it is like lit, like straight gold lit, and the other half I was getting this very pale whitish gray light. So that is telling me that that part of that DNA needs revitalization and it needs redemption, and it is up to us to redeem our families. Do you know what a big responsibility that is? But if you're conscious, if you're aware, if you're waking your DNA up, if you're the only one in your family doing this work, then it is on your shoulders and it is your responsibility. Otherwise, it's gonna fuck with you the most. You know what I mean? So you're definitely gonna want to come to a space where you can clear this. So then what I did was I took the money, the ancestor money, I folded it. I didn't really fold it in half, but I gave it like a gentle fold so there wouldn't be a crease. Put it in my hands like this. I just meditated. And as I meditated, that's when I started getting the visions of half my DNA. This side was all gold, like fucking kingly, godly shit. I was like, damn, this, and it was my father's side. I was like, this side of this DNA is super abundant. This side of this DNA pulls anything that they want into this reality because this shit isn't shit to them. Then my mom's side. And I already know that there's a lot of karma and things like that I have to clear from that side, so I'm completely aware of it. And it's no judgment against my family. It's just that a lot of them are not aware, so I have to do the work for them, for us, because it's a joint thing. If I do the work for me, I do it for us, and everybody ends up better off at the end of the day. And then I got this side, and I'm like, okay, cool. This is the side with the poverty consciousness. This is the side that's experiencing blockages. This is the side that needs redemption. So it's so beautiful. And like when you start to unravel all these things, you start realizing why you were designed the way you were designed and why you came from this lineage and this lineage. It's so beautiful because I can see now that I'm getting a lot of the strength from my father's DNA, so that I can actually help my mother's DNA. So my creation, the creation of me, me coming down here, this is just a family aspect. This isn't even all my work. This is a very small aspect comparatively to everything else I'm doing. That's fucking beautiful though. You know what I mean? That's beautiful. That I can come down here and on one level actually be able to help my ancestral lineage on that side. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do that. Yeah, Joss B, let me know how it goes. That is writing on it. I always wrote on my ancestor money because I felt like I needed to have direction. What up, Donnell? How you doing? What up, Elise, Leslie? What's going on? So that's one way you can clear abundance blockages. On a side note, if you're feeling a lot of low vibrations coming into your aura, if you're feeling like you have attachments, if you're feeling like you really need a serious cleanse, I encourage you all to try my salt water bath that I do. So I will take pink Himalayan sea salt, regular sea salt, and what is it, Epsom salts, and I actually mix them to about, I don't know, a cup, about maybe a cup and a half or a cup and a quarter. I mix them. You put this in a bath and you literally just allow everything to fall off of you into the water, because salt is one of the best ways. First of all, it'll heal wounds. If you have bruising, it'll kind of like heal. Like I noticed that any cuts, any bruises, anything like that I get from doing these salt water baths about 2 to 3 times a week, my body's healing a lot faster. My skin is a lot clearer. I usually do a pink Himalayan salt scrub on my face, and I do that like every night. Like when I go take a shower or in the morning, if I take a shower in the morning, I'll do the scrub. And if I do notice, like I noticed I was starting to break out here, salt water scrub, it's gone in like a day. So that's something that you all can implement as well, just to heal and take care of your skin, and then also to drop off a lot of negative energies. Another thing I've been doing that's been very helpful is I've been doing these detachment meditations. And you take money, you take concept of fear, you could take concepts of worry, you can take people, places, just everything in your life, slowly, addictions, anything, alcohol. I smoke, and I'm slowly like drawing back from that because I want to start to, I don't know if I'll ever quit. I don't believe in quitting anything, but I do believe in balance. So the whole thing is that I'm starting to like slow down with that, you know, pull it away from me, and using this mental tool to do it with ease. So detachment meditations also too, when you start to do the detachment meditation, past lives may come up. I've literally had past lives come up, and I've had to detach from people, places, or things in those past lives. You may have some of your ancestors' attachments that's in your DNA come up. I mean, anything. You'd be surprised what comes up. And as you do that, and as you start to detach and retreat into yourself, you start to feel a satisfaction and a power that you can't possibly experience from anything around you. So I encourage all of you to go ahead and do the detachment meditation. Get comfortable. I usually do it right after my saltwater baths or while I'm in the bath. You can do it while you're in the bath. Make it super comfortable. Put some, I usually put like nature sounds on. I like the flute, so I'll put nature sounds on with like a flute or something like that, just to get me really relaxed. And you do that meditation, you're really able to detach in a major way. All right, so we got that done. Oh, if anybody needs readings or anything like that, definitely hit me up. Definitely hit me up. Now, these are my dragon. Now, I've been connecting a lot with dragons lately, so I felt it was only right to use my dragon. I always connected with dragons, but lately it's literally in overdrive. It's like more than I ever wanted. But I love dragons. If whatever dimension they're on, I need to be there, like ASAP, and like you people would never see me again. I would just fucking disappear, never come back. That's my shit, especially lately. I don't know what it is. It's always been something that's interesting to me. And I felt like, yo, this has to be real in some fucking reality. Dragons are real. So it's always something that just my DNA was very triggered by. Very like, this shit is it for me. But lately it's just been, see, once you start to clear too, you start to have these crazy like divine experiences that, or it's just, I don't know, everything just has, for me, honestly, is becoming a lot clearer than it used to be. All right, so let's do our oracle card reading. These are dimensional dragons, and we're going to do a reading based on the energies that are coming into the earth now, you know? So this is going to be great. This way you can all be prepared. You know what's coming up. You know what you got to do. What you maybe, things you might want to avoid doing. Energies you may want to tap into. It's all up to you. Oh, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Happy Mother's Day to you. Got strong vibration right here. So let's see what our first card is, guys. Love is in the air. We got the rose pink dragon. It says prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to the warm-hearted love, and diamond light connect with the love of the universe. So I think that's been a big theme that's been coming up as a lot of people are doing their healing work. They're really coming to a space that yeah, you guys are going to have to stretch your heart chakras. It's going to hurt too. So now is not the time to be cold-hearted. Now's the time to heal and start to open up. So we got this. I'll check that out in a second. Okay. I don't know why. It must be a dragon thing, but I feel like I gotta blow into my hands. When I do this, you just warm up, because your palms actually are portals. So when I'm doing this, I'm just warming up my portals, essentially. Oh, if anybody has any questions, just leave it in the comments, and when I'm done with this, I'll be able to get back to them for you. This is hitting mad hard too. Oh shit. Okay, so we have the silver dragon. Illuminate your potential with higher light. Access untapped resources. Look into your soul, see higher possibilities. Okay, so we got, this is we've got a shift going on. That's what this gray, let me see if I could, the light gets a little weird. This side, is it this side? Is it over here? I think over here is probably the best, so you guys can kind of see that silver dragon. It's beautiful. And it has like this key in its hand. It's on fire. So you guys are going to be unlocking. Right now is a good time to retreat within yourself and talk to your higher self, talk to your soul, get in contact, start to open your crown chakra. That's something you're going to want to do. Open your crown chakra and start to get in contact with the higher consciousness and higher source. That's what this is pointing to for me personally, the way I'm reading it. Yeah, and there's a lot of feminine energy happening right now. Don't get lost in the feminine energy, you guys, because we got all this love coming in and connecting with higher consciousness. So you guys are going to be on a crazy love vibration and connecting with higher consciousness, and that is going to fuck you up a little bit. So don't get lost in the illusion. Stay grounded, my friends. Weird vibration coming off this card. Interesting stuff. Oh, we got a double. We got a double card. These came out together. Ooh, my fire dragon. Oh, lovely. That's one of my faves. Thor's red, black, and gold dragon. Now that's interesting. Protects you in times of change, which is what we're doing right now. A time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you are safe. So as things are changing and shifting in your consciousness and your life, this card is essentially, let me see if I, maybe like this. Yes, you guys can see it, right? So as things are transitioning and changing in your life, you guys are encouraged to know that your higher self, your ancestors, your spirit guides are protecting you. So don't feel like transition is hard. And even, so we have like, everyone's getting tapping, well, now the planet's consciousness is raising, so we have a higher consciousness, a lot of higher vibrational energy coming onto the planet, and then we also have a lot of people needing to stretch and open their heart chakras. You can't receive these higher vibrations if you're not stretching and opening your heart chakra, and that may bring up a lot of pain and a lot of things that you've been hiding from yourself, and it's like you can't kid yourself anymore. But in this time of transition, you are encouraged to be reminded that you are protected. So these two cards came out together. So, oh wow, look, guys, as soon as I said that, this shit came out, and look at this, fire dragon, right? Let me read this to you because you guys are gonna freak out. It says, burns up the lower energies around you. Yay for that. As I said, higher vibrational energies coming on the planet. People need to be stretching their heart chakras and getting into a love consciousness, and it's a major transitional period. So I think that this is also saying that a lot of the lower vibrational energies on the planet, like this is the channel I'm getting off this, you need to vibrate higher or you will cease to exist type shit. Because the lower vibrational energies on the planet right now are being burned up and eaten up. So it's really important that you guys are focused on raising the vibration in your body, being on a positive vibe, treating people in a loving way. It's going to be super, super important right now to be there, because you're gonna be fucking suffering if you don't. And it says you are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. So that's do your inner work. Do your inner work right now, guys. It's gonna be super, super important. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this one feels really good. Like magenta dragon. Okay. So we got a little more. And this is beautiful, right? It kind of looks like a female version of Pan with the horns, or like a Capricorn with those horns. So enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom, awaken your soul memories. So this has to do with your DNA, and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. Okay. So all these cards so far are totally in alignment. So yeah, this is going to be about awakening your DNA. A lot of the vibrations on the planet right now are awakening people's DNA, their hidden spiritual talents, their hidden spiritual powers. A lot of you are probably experiencing ascension symptoms, tiredness, waking up in the middle of the night and just being like totally wired, totally awake. You're probably starting to have like your hands vibrate, or you feel the cells in your body start to actually vibrate. Ringing in the ear. There are a lot of different ascensions. Feeling sick sometimes can be an ascension symptom as well, but that's if you're vibrating really low. So continue to meditate, continue to clear the blockages, continue to really get on your healing journey, because that's going to prepare you. You always want to stay ahead of the game in anything in life, whether it be work, school, your spiritual path. You always want to stay ahead of the vibration so that you don't get caught up in the rapture, so to speak, or caught up in the fucking nonsense. So a lot of these cards are encouraging us to really be doing that right now, because we have a lot of higher vibrational energies that are making their way onto the planet. So we're just going to want to be aware of that. Let's pull one more. I think maybe we got one more in us. This one felt good too. Oh, this is beautiful. You guys are gonna fucking freak out when you see this. Everything's totally in alignment with what we're dealing with right now. I think maybe I'll do these like once a month for fun, because I really don't read enough on camera. See that emerald dragon? And that's like really beautiful. And aren't the flowers and the green and the pink just so reminiscent of like Mother's Day right now, perhaps? Everyone's feeling the love off of Mother's Day. Alexis is laughing. All right, so this card says brings in healing and cosmic abundance. You guys want to bring in that abundance? It's funny that we were talking about that tonight. And brings in healing. That's important. So you guys got to continue to do your work. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection, align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. Awesome. So this is a good closing. So everybody who's on this vibration right now, this frequency of healing, this frequency of love, we got a lot of really good, okay. So the story that these cards are telling me essentially is that we have a lot of really good vibrations coming into the planet, and a lot of good higher vibrational energies coming into the planet. But in the transitional period, a lot of lower vibrational stuff is going to be burning up. So because we have so many good things coming to us, So this is really going to be a great year for a lot of people, and it's going to be a hard year for other people. So this is why, once again, for like the 100th time, you got to be doing your healing work right now. You got to be working on opening. You really, and it almost hurts too. This stone actually I can feel one of my heart chakras stretching more with this crystal on. But right around here, you'll actually feel it almost like opening up when your heart chakra starts to stretch. And you really need that. It almost feels like, you know, in the Grinch, when his heart gets bigger, that's what it feels like when your heart chakra really starts to stretch. It doesn't hurt or anything. It's a vibrational thing. So that area is just starting to open up and draw in more energy, which you need that in your body anyway. So what these cards are telling me is there is a lot of high love vibrations coming into the planet. There are a lot of cosmic energies coming into the planet, and that lower vibrational energies will no longer be tolerated, and it seems that they are going to be destroyed. So you guys are going to want to stay away from like negative feeling, thoughts, and emotions, and or instead of staying away from them and stuffing them down, actually pulling them up and clearing them. And also anybody who hasn't been doing their emotional work and hasn't been healing, they're going to be acting, everyone's going to show their ass right now. Like, people who've been doing their work and stuff will stay balanced, but people who haven't are going to be fucking triggered left and right. Like the whole Aisha Curry thing, I think a lot of people got triggered, and it's just, the triggering is going to be, the people who are triggered are not going to be able to control their responses and their emotions, because it's just all going to come up whether they want it to or not. So you guys are, and you can't hide from this. This isn't to my Scorpios out there, because you guys like to hide from everything. To my Geminis with their split personalities, you guys like to hide in different personalities. So right now is not the time to be in the dark. Right now is the time to bring whatever is in the dark to light. And you're going to want to appeal to your higher energies. So yeah, that's my reading on what we got coming into the planet. I think that all these cards were completely in alignment. And this was a really good reading, actually. This was good for me too. Boom. So if no one has questions, I'm going to call it a night. I very, very much have enjoyed this thus far. I'm going to actually check on here, because sometimes the questions don't come up right away. Okay, so I'll give you guys a couple minutes to ask some questions. Any spiritual questions, any questions on your growth, any questions at all you guys have, I can answer them right now. And if everybody's just watching and not wanting to ask anything, I can keep it pushing. If you need a reading, if you need help healing, I'm definitely the person you are going to want to contact for that. Or if you feel called to contact me, you can always contact other healers as well. Just as long as it's someone that, I just encourage you to contact someone that you feel comfortable with, and that that makes you feel safe and gives you a lot of loving vibrations. If your intuition is saying no, then don't go for it. You know what I mean? If your intuition's like, this is not the one, then they most likely are not the one. And they may be the type of person that's either an energetic vampire or someone that's taking advantage of innocent people and doesn't actually have the gift for it. Or they could have the gift and just be an energetic vampire. So I want you guys to be very mindful of that. Trust your intuition always. I've always trusted my intuition. It's never let me down. And my pleasure, Alexis. I really enjoyed doing these. All right, so I'm going to go. You all have a beautiful evening. I love you infinitely. Peace.